Hey everyone, another episode TV recap, I guess, where I ramble on about TV shows I watch and my opinion about them. This is going to be a quick one, just a couple episodes I'm going to talk about. I did a video earlier today, 2 hours worth of all the TV that I watch, but I didn't get audio. I tested it this time. It's supposed to just work. Software developers are crap. I'm a software developer. I can talk smack about them because they suck. Just choose the default audio device, Microsoft. This is a Microsoft product, for crying out loud. Default audio device. It's in this thing. Anyway, me rambling, ranting, throwing a fit. So I wasted 2 hours doing nothing. That brings me to the reason. Or the reason for the short video, and also the different format. So the other video, even though it was 2 hours long, I was gonna just leave it as one chunk and put bookmarks, and so you guys can just skip to it and hopefully save some time in doing this video. And apparently I'm not saving time. Initially, when I posted all the videos, I only had like 1 or 2 views, and I was assuming it was the production companies that were scrubbing my video, making sure I wasn't pirating things and posting their videos on YouTube or rebroadcasting their content or whatever you want to call it. Checked it a couple days ago, and there's like 10 plus views on some of these videos, and some people actually like the videos. So as long as I have one person out there that wants to see these videos, I'm going to continue making them. I would like to have your guys' feedback, and I do appreciate the guys or the people that enjoy these videos and like them. It's cool. That's what I'm doing it for. I'm doing it because people want to hear me ramble on, not any other reason. If nobody cared, I wouldn't do these. It takes a lot of time. The previous videos would take me a day or so of editing and getting it up on YouTube. I'm trying to cut that down to the time it takes to record the video and then posting it to YouTube. But apparently I need to make sure my workflow is proper and it records audio. Bastard. Stupid Microsoft coders. Seriously. I'm just kind of worn out from doing the other video that recorded no audio. But let me know if you like the individual video clips. They're short, they're quick. For you guys, it's probably exactly what you want. For me, like I said, it's a little bit more work. Versus this video where it's just kind of a couple of shows and it's grouped together and you have to kind of skip around. Let me know. Also, let me know if there's other shows you want me to ramble on about. I love watching TV, so I probably watch it. Also, yeah, just I don't know, tell me anything you want to tell me. Let me know. I'm open to anything. I'm trying to figure it out, and hopefully I would love to do this every day. I would love to do, watch the TV at night, and then in the morning go over what I watched and discuss that. We're having internet issues again. Come on, download the video, the picture. But that's a lot of work. I have a day job and gotta work, gotta have my normal job. So let me know. I do appreciate you guys watching this though, and liking the videos and subscribing if you want to subscribe. But anyway, on to the TV. So I'm just going to talk about a couple shows. Supergirl being the #1 show that I'm watching right now. I like this show a lot. It's the best show I like watching. This episode, or the past couple episodes, let's talk about the good versus bad Supergirl. that show was awesome. It was, the opening was on point. A lot of the superhero shows these days are we need a supervillain, and we need to escalate the level of difficulty for these superheroes to perform their superhero-ness or whatever. Bring it back down to earth. Bring it back down to everyday stuff. This person, I don't know. I mean, this person does have a day job, but bring the episode a couple episodes ago. She got hit by red kryptonite. I know this is the superhero world is kind of wonky in that it. I need an audio meter on the video. That's what I need. I need better software. I need to find good software to do this. The opening scene was her helping a little girl at school from getting bullied because the little girl wanted to wear a superhero costume. I have a friend on Facebook. He did the same thing for his kid. His kid wanted to wear a Superman costume and ride his bike around town. And I guess he was nervous or something, and so his dad put on the Superman costume and rode his bike around with him with the Superman costume. And that's kind of cool stuff, that's the point of these superheroes, is that they're helping the little guy, the person that's afraid to be them, afraid to be who they are, afraid to embrace their weirdness. And opening with that was awesome. Granted, they did it to juxtapose or create contrast between her good side and her bad side, and they did that. So, but they kind of hinted at it in the next episode. The next episode, she made a reference to helping a family with IKEA. Of course, showing the video would have been hilarious, where she's trying to regain the goodwill of the people, but it would have been entertaining. She's like, I'm lost at these instructions, and I don't know how it goes together. Just because she's a superhero doesn't mean she knows how to put together IKEA furniture. But I'm not saying she's dumb, but I'm just saying, it'd be funny if she was like, I'm confused. These instructions are hard. Something stupid like that. That would be funny. Making her human, making her relatable, making her normal. That's supposed to be her daytime character, but her daytime character is just prancing around trying to help her superhero character. So it's kind of like, make her daytime character more normal. The other superhero shows, Flash and The Arrow, they don't even have daytime characters. Those daytime characters don't even exist. And it's like, where's the humanity? Where's the day-to-day? And they can do that with the, I helped a burning building, or I helped an old lady across the street. Stupid little things, that everyday things that people take for granted, I guess. I don't know. Bring light to them. But that's what makes this show great, is that they did highlight it and they did bring it to the forefront. The other thing, so Jean Jones, I don't know. I mean, they contrived the story to bring out this situation instead of just writing a natural flowing story. I don't know why. Maybe they just didn't think about it. I don't know. But John Jones could have done exactly what Supergirl does. She disappears, she changes her outfit, and then she shows up and helps and saves the day. And then everybody goes, well, where'd you go, Kara? Where'd you disappear to? Oh, I passed out in the bathroom. Whatever lame excuse they come up with. And people buy it. It's like, okay, it's good enough. John Jones should have done the same thing. I'm going to disappear. Oh, I got knocked out behind the car. And then, through that situation of him changing, somebody spots him doing it and says, oh, you're the bad guy. Or they assume he's the bad guy because he's an alien and he's lying about it. Blah, 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 blah. But, that's a good conversation that they're having. I like that conversation. The whole, well, I hide my superhero identity from you normal people because you all panic about something that's different and want to accuse us and label us all as bad people. we're all different. You know, she helped out that one convict alien guy, kept him alive because he's a professor. You know, he's doing good. He's teaching people. He's not, you know, going around slaughtering people or stealing stuff. You know, not all people are bad people. Just because they're of a certain group doesn't mean they're bad. And that's a good conversation to have. And they're having it, so that's cool. I like that. The next show is my number 2 favorite show. I'm not going to talk about all this other crap, but I watch too much TV. 2 hours worth, apparently. If I recorded audio, you'd get the full thing. Let me know if you want me to do that, though, by the way. I'll redo it all. I'll find time if you guys really want me to. But this show is awesome. This show is good. So there's supposedly a book that came out in the 60s or 50s or something about 2 supercomputer AIs, one built by the Russians and one built by the US, and they get so powerful that they're just warring with each other. And you know, Purse of Interest kind of captured that story arc in their way of doing it, which I hope that TV show comes back, but I think it's dead. And then is there another one? I don't remember if there's another one. Yeah, I don't remember. This show's doing it. There's supposedly this AI on the ground infecting people with nanotechnology. They take a pill and they become a member of the City of Light. And the engineer chick is kind of fighting it, though. That's kind of cool. So she's like, "Whoa, this isn't right. There's something wrong with this. I want to remember stuff." And the AI is trying to control people, apparently. And I don't know if it's like leveraging them for like a compute farm, a computational farm, or I don't know why it needs people in its flock. But I think its purpose is that I'm going to control people, and therefore controlling people, I will keep them safe. You know, the whole take away free will and you all be good and safe, you all be well-kept sheep. But then the statement becomes, what's the point in living? And that's what they're discussing in this show. I hope that's what they're discussing in the show. And then they, oh man, that was so good. The reveal of the other AI, the second AI. The first AI is like, well, I know there's another AI and it's somewhere, and we need to find it and destroy it and blah blah blah. And she didn't come out and say that, but that's basically what she's saying. and they reveal the story of the second AI. You know, the 13th habitat, space habitat, or whatever you want to call it. You know, and the chick that she was trying to create the second AI, she's like, oh, that first AI was bad. Version 1 was horrible. We need to build a second one so we can correct this monster that we created. And she created this thing that it's TV recap, it's spoilers. If you don't get that by now, then... Anyway, sorry, I keep forgetting to say spoilers at the beginning of this stuff, but it's a recap. It's a spoiler thing. She goes through talking about why she's creating this second AI and how it needs to be. It needs to be this thing that understands humanity, and lives with humanity, and is a part of humanity instead of just going out there and trying to fix the issues. You know, that's the first AI. The first AI is, well, this is what's wrong with humans and this is how we need to fix it. And instead of doing that, you need to learn to live with the humans. And that's honestly, now that I think about it, that's a really good statement on politics. Is politics needs to learn to live with each other and not, fix what's wrong with other people. And anyway, But that's what they're going through. And also it brings up, I want to touch on another thing after I've said it. You know, she, you know, they show her coming down to Earth and it being implanted in her neck as a symbiote thing. And that symbiote thing is, you know, influencing the person it's in, but not controlling the person that it's in. And they kind of talk about that in this secession that the Ice Queen's daughter takes over the ruling of everybody, and how it's going to do what she wants, not do what it wants, and so that's pretty interesting, you know. So they killed off the leader, the whatever, well, Haida. That's a horrible word. You know, they killed her off. I like that character or actress. I liked her, but they killed her off, and now the Ice Queen is, you know, she killed off all the successors, potential successors, which I think is funny. It's like, that is brutal. And you know, the worm guy is like, oh, I'm cool with you. You know, you do what you have to do. I can't believe that guy's still alive. It's like I'm good to go on whatever side is currently keeping me alive. I'm good to go. We're good. I'm not gonna fight you. But the blonde chick now has possession of the AI chip, and she's gonna go try and implant it in some other girl, Lucy, I guess, whoever that is. And of course she's relying on Lincoln to tell her who that is, and he just got nuked. I figured that guy would, you know, he survived so many things, and then he just gets, I mean, he serves himself up. I mean, it's the right thing to do, you know, sacrificing himself for his people. And, you know, it's who he is. That's what he would do. But you know, it's kind of disappointing. He fought so hard, so long, and overcame so many things, and then now he's gone. This kind of sucks. But you know, back to the guy that killed him, that black guy. Oh God, I don't know his name, so he's the black guy. He has an angst. He's like, I'm angry and I hate these people and they all need to die. And he doesn't realize he's trying to fight a war against thousands of people. I mean, seriously, okay. You come to a camp and you're like, okay, they're at peace with the grounders, but let's go kill that group of grounders over there and nothing bad will happen. No, we'll get our revenge and they can suck it and nothing bad will happen. So he wipes out all those people, and of course the tribe is throwing a fit, and they want revenge, but Haida is being convinced by one Haida and the blonde chick that, you know, eye for an eye is a bad policy. You know, you need to take out the person responsible, but not the entire group of people. And she's convincing her of that, and she's like, okay, this sounds like a good idea. It sounds like we should go that way. And then of course she gets killed, and then of course the Ice Queen takes charge, and the Ice Queen daughter takes charge, and the Ice Queen daughter's like, no, we're gonna wipe out their entire fucking people. And it's like, yep. That's eye for an eye. I mean, that guy is not gonna survive. If it was the real world and she just took control, the next day she'd probably be marching her entire army and just steamroll that whole camp. And that whole camp would be dead within the week. I wouldn't, in the real world, I mean, yeah, both sides there's going to be heavy casualties. I mean, the Sky Crew is going to be wiped out, but there are going to be heavy casualties on the Grounders side. But yeah, they're done for. And just because he made a stupid decision about his emotions, like, I want revenge, some guy killed my kids and people, you know, I mean, you take revenge on the people that did the bad thing. You don't take revenge on the group of people. And it's a very good conversation to be having. And it's good to know. It's good to think about that kind of stuff. It's good to think through that kind of stuff. and that AI aspect of it. Oh, that's interesting. So another thing it reminded me of was Star Trek. Star Trek did a similar kind of thing where they have this species called the Trill, and it's a symbiotic relationship with a person, and it lives inside the person, pushing its own will and experiences and thoughts. The Trill lives for 10 or 20 lifetimes of the host, and so it experiences a bunch of different lives and learns from it and becomes a more wise person. And the person that hosts it gains those experiences as well, and can do its own thing, or do their own thing, but also is influenced by the symbiote. And that's kind of interesting that they're doing it with AI. So I wonder how it plays out. I want to know how it plays out. I'm really intrigued by the show. It's really good. And we got 2 more shows to talk about. The next one is going to be the Dumb Show. Dumb Show number 1. So these, I'm just talking about shows that stand out, as opposed to all the shows that I watch, because like I said, I spent 2 hours and all wasted. So this show is still dumb, but okay, so the good thing about watching dumb TV is you realize other shows are good, or other shows are actually worse. This show isn't that bad. The actors in this show are actually good actors. So it's not the acting that makes this show bad. It's the story that makes it bad. I want to say that if they cut out the future story, this show would be good. I think they have a show with the Quantico, the school Quantico, and all the crap that's going on there. I think that is enough for a show. You have this intrigue with the blonde and the blonde, the blonde chick and the blonde guy. Apparently her parents are still alive. I mean, she was getting played by this girl being her sister, but the girl being her sister was actually told by her parents to be the sister. That's messed up. That's just fucked up. I mean, I don't know what to say about that. And if that happened to me in the real world, I'd be like, you people are not good people. I mean, that is off the rails, messed up. But there's interesting things going on. I mean, there's this interesting stuff with the Indian girls, or Arab girls, or Middle Eastern girls, whatever they are, the twins. There's some interesting things going on there. Granted, we kind of know what's going on there because they showed it in the future, so it's kind of like, but it's intriguing stuff. The argument with the teacher guy and the guy that his sister or girlfriend got killed. He's throwing a fit. What's going on there? And then you got the stupid intrigue of her and the instructor guy having an affair. Whatever, typical stuff. And then, you got the black lady instructor with her son. That's messed up. That whole situation's messed. Jesus. like her kid is part of the terrorist group, and he didn't mean to, but he ended up being, and then he kills himself. Did he kill himself? Oh no, the sniper killed him. That's messed up. That whole situation's messed up. But the future story, totally meaningless, totally stupid. It's like she's being manipulated by this terrorist group, and they have other moles in the FBI. It's just it's retarded, and she's being portrayed as a nut job. All she has to do is record everything and be like, look, here's your evidence, this is what's going on. Well, you could have faked it. Whatever. I blew her up. Yeah, I did that, and I told you about it. And then she just happens to persuade the FBI, that other FBI lady, to work with her. That didn't make any sense. It was like, okay, we just persuaded her to help us out. What? No. And then that other guy that tried to commit suicide, that was poorly scripted or acted or whatever. I don't know what was going on with that. That was poor. It was like, whatever. Get rid of the future story. Just get rid of it. And stick with the past. It's a better story. And the last horrible show. Horrible show. Oh, I didn't even talk about that one. That show's good. Of course, I think it's over. But we're sticking to the... Oh, there it is. We're sticking to the core. We're not going to talk about other stuff. If you want me to talk about other stuff, let me know. Shadow Hunters. Oh, I was going to talk about that show. This is the last show I'm talking about. If you want me to talk about other stuff, I will. This show, so speaking of good versus bad shows, this is a really bad show. And it's a really bad show because there's two really bad actors. Jace and the redhead. Maybe if I can get it. Jace and the redhead. Those two are really bad actors. And maybe it'll get better now that they're not in love because they're brother and sister. That's always funny. Like, we like... I don't even know why they liked each other. I mean, seriously, there was no development there at all. It was just, oh, you're hot and I'm hot and let's get it on kind of attraction as opposed to anything meaningful. It was just kind of like, okay. Alright, whatever. And then the whole episode with the lore is good. They have really good lore. But their storytelling needs some work and their acting needs some work. They over-explain things. So... the last or 2 episodes ago was a trial, and the blonde chick had some really good words to say. I don't remember what she said because it was eclipsed by all the retardedness going on. You know, him, the magic guy, he's like, this is all a farce and this is stupid and we shouldn't do a trial. And that was his argument. And it's like, okay, I guess you win. And it's like, what? You know, that the words that the blonde girl said, I think it was something along the lines of the Immortal Cup is more important, and that's what this trial is really about. It's not about her breaking the law. It's about it's about the Immortal Cup, and you just want to exact anger and do stupid things. And she made a good point, and that was a good point. But the rest of the show was just dumb. You know, it's like the last episode, the gay guy, Jace's parapeti, which is weird. That relationship is weird too. It's weird. He was going to marry the blonde chick because it's the right thing to do, or what he thought everybody wanted him to do, and the magic guy is like, well, you should come to my side because you like me and we should be together. I think he's funny. He's entertaining to watch. But the things he says is just like, really? Okay. And so the brother looks at him, and, you know, they go and, you know, he interrupts the wedding and he goes and makes out with him and we're done. But no. The redhead's best friend has to reiterate the entire thing that just happened. And it's like, what? We don't need a recap. I literally just watched it. I don't need you to explain why you wrote that story and where you got it from and what the purpose of it was. I don't need that. I mean, they're doing it all the time. The redhead chick is like explaining it all the time. She's like, I need to save my mom. I need to save my mom. Well, what about saving my mom? We get it. You're trying to save your mom. You don't need to say it 12 million times. I understand the plot and I understand what's going on most of the time. You don't need to explain it 12 times. And that's probably its failure. So anyway, those are the TV shows I'm watching. Have the most reaction to. If you want me to talk about some other shows, let me know. really want to. Well, I wish I captured the audio on the 2-hour plus ramble that I did before. But now, hopefully, I'll just post this and you guys can watch it and comment and like or hate or whatever. Let me know. So, until next time, I'll try and do these more often. Try and do more often. I don't know. Get a workflow going. Make it to where I don't not get audio every time I do this. Anyway, till next time. Later.